Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? This is Easy Things to Draw, and today I wanted to go over one of my sketchbooks that I finished. This one's going to be a little bit weird. Let me tell you why I haven't shown too many of my sketchbooks finished, because when I'm drawing in a sketchbook, around, I want to say 70-80% through it, it just starts falling apart and being really gross and stuff like that, so I haven't really put them up. But somebody reminded me to put a sketchbook one. And this is a weird sketchbook. I've shown it before. It is a one that's attached all together and has both sides. What this is, and I'll show it to you in a minute right here, but actually I'll show you the beginning of it. See how it's extended? This is something that I keep in my pocket for when I'm maybe like out and about, maybe in a bar, maybe, I mean anywhere. I'll like keep this in my pocket, so that's why it's kind of messed up. It's actually kind of folded. I'll stick it in my back pocket, and I'll just draw on it, you know, any random thing that comes to my mind. I can kind of like hold it still on each one of these for a little bit. Right here, I just kind of started with the entire, just kind of anything that came in my head. I think I saw like Alien trailer or something like that, the old Alien trailer, and I just thought, you know what, for an Alien, right here, Cracker Jack box, Strange Little Dude Bird, Bizarre Fish, you know, armored guy right there. This I was thinking of Bane at the time. You know, little odd faces. And as I draw on this, it's a little bit difficult to draw in because it's kind of long, you know what I mean? And it doesn't perfectly open like the way a sketchbook kind of should. So it's just kind of a neat idea, or it's a neat thing to have, you know what I mean, as an artist. I recommend it too. It's a really neat one. I didn't get it at any stores. I actually got it at a bookstore in a college. I'm not sure if they have these at Blick or any nationwide or you know, international store, international art store or not. But let me just kind of like scroll through here. Little kind of guy right there. I wanted to make something that would extend along a long period of this. So I made a dragon, like a lengthy one. A robot. Some things are rendered more than others. I did some of these on my live sketch feed at one point. I'm going to actually improve that live feed. I'll let you guys know when I do that again. Continue to go down. I was thinking of like Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy for this one. Not sure how well I'm showing this. Smiley. And like, I just wanted it to be cool, you know. You can tell it's also kind of like, it's kind of dirty because it rubs against each other as they fold it up. You know, the ink will rub against the other side, but you know, it's not too bad. You know what I mean, in terms of like the ink rubbing against one another. But it will rub, especially for something you carry in your pocket. You know what I mean? That's something you have to, you know, kind of keep in check. You know what I mean? You take a look at it every now and then, and you're like, wow, this is getting really old. You know, maybe I shouldn't shove it in my pocket and sit on it anymore. Maybe I shouldn't, you know. It just kind of depends. Here's an armored guy. Here's some heads. Some random heads. There's also another thing that's kind of telling that this is the only sketchbook I have, would be that I started writing stuff, my notes here, without even, this is before the picture was there. You know, I didn't really plan what I was going to do. So I just kind of made it like part of the little explosion or something, like of his head, like this head's exploding, and maybe there's just some data in there or something like that. I don't really know. I tried to incorporate it in the actual drawing itself, if that makes any sense, because I was like, oh, okay, now I'm getting to this part. Now I need to, you know, actually mess with it. There's the, let me see. And then at the very end here, I throw a monster here. Monsters are always easy, like I said, for me. They're very fun. They're enjoyable. They are, you know, there's very few things that take, you know, much more enjoyment than drawing monsters. And then let's check out the other side. Hopefully I got enough view of this side. Oops. Other side of this. Right here towards the beginning, I was actually thinking of kind of Croc from Spider-Man. Don't know why there's a bowl with a cigarette there. Just a regular human head. I guess I had dragons on my mind again. This one I made it kind of curled up, you know, different kind. I mean, it's the same kind, but it's a little different. The hamster waiting at the bus stop. Let's see what else. Also, the thing with this particular sketchbook, some areas of this are easier to sketch than others. You know, like this side section over here is much easier to sketch on than like the center portion. The center portion gets, I don't know, it starts pulling and tugging. It's not really made, like I said, to open like a regular sketchbook, so I have to like lie it out flat sometimes to sketch on it, and that's not as convenient as I thought it was going to be originally. Here's this, I like this face a lot. It's kind of an interesting little monster face. And I guess I repeated that here, but I threw in like, I don't know, like a can of beer in there. This is also some repeating themes right there with kind of that little Godzilla or something like that. With little, this guy has some spikes on his back. Spikes on his back. He's kind of like this little, I don't know, big monstrous character. I threw some mountains here. At some point, you're kind of like, God, I need to throw in something else. But like I said, again, when you're starting this, you're starting it. This isn't like one long image. This is like me. Like if now I'm looking at it as a whole, I'm like, I wish I threw more. I wish I threw more vehicles in there. I only threw like one little one on the other side. Maybe I threw more people with clothing and stuff like that. I didn't really do that. This is just something as I sat down and I was waiting for maybe my friend to get out of class or something. I would just sit down and just sketch. You know what I mean? Just whatever was in my head, and that tends to be monstrous stuff. You know. Continue to go. There's this guy right here. This I don't know what this is. Oh, whoops. Forum guy. I was thinking of Goro actually. There's I think I was thinking of horses at the time. Really got horses in the mind and animals in the mind because I'm taking an animal anatomy class right now. Right here, I was thinking of one creature eating another, which kind of looks like Venom eating, I don't know, another Venom with a horse coming out of its mouth. Like I said, because I had horses on the mind, you know. Continue to go. I threw in a tech thing here. I didn't throw much tech in here. I don't know why. I should have, because I love tech. I'm starting to even more love tech now. I'm getting really into tech. You know, one of the things that I realize is that you never let the basics go when you're drawing. You have to keep those basics to an adequate level. You know what I mean? Specifically perspective and direction. You know, I'll talk more about maybe mechs later on when I feel like I'm a little bit better at them. I'm pretty good at them now, but I want to get better. You know, much better. You know, never when you're drawing something, never consider it done. You know, in terms of your training for that. Like I'll go back and, you know, practice drawing people again, you know, just kind of nail in that entire thing. Some of these are sketchier than others. This one's a little bit lighter. I wanted to make that background a little bit darker, but maybe like a teddy bear, a floating teddy bear thing, a wise old man, armored guy. This guy, I threw this guy in here way before all this stuff. Way before that, you know. So that's another thing too. Sometimes I wasn't going down in order. You know what I mean? Sometimes I throw the other side because, like I said, this section on the side here is easier to draw on for whatever reason, and I don't know why that is. Here's some notes here, which I digitized. I usually write notes for myself, and then when I get home, I type them down and put them somewhere. I could not hide these, unfortunately, so it's got to stay there. That's Leon. And that's pretty much the end of it, actually. I got another one of these exact type of sketchbooks, by the way, because the reason being is I thought I lost this sketchbook a long time ago. You know, let me just go back to it real quick. I thought I lost this so long ago, but it turns out I left it in a friend's house, and she gave it back to me. She's like, hey, I have your sketchbook. Let's look at the other side one last time. One last time real quick, we'll flow through it. But yeah, she found it. She's like, hey, I found it. Because I thought I originally lost it, you know. And then she gave it to me, and I was so happy that I still had it. So I bought another one. So I do have another one of these. I'll try to show off the other one eventually. There are a lot of sketchbooks I have right now that are like 70% filled. So I'll try to get to that soon. You know what I mean? I'll really try to get to that very, very soon and just try to show them more. You know what I mean? Maybe like one every like 3 months or something. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I just want to show that to you guys. If you did enjoy, you know, like hopefully, I don't know, it gives you perspective or, you know, kind of just shows you that it really, just something that I was doing, and I was just curious to show it to you guys. If you liked it, please like the video. Also, check out my Patreon. I got new patrons right now. I would love to have a couple. I'm really going to push that very hard. I'm redesigning that page currently, but I am accepting patrons. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later.